Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here and welcome to episode 12 of Let's FIFA 15. And the first thing I do in this episode is to sell on my substitution squad. Now, there's some pretty good players in this side. We got Quaresma, Jackson, Martinez, Depay and so on, but I think it's down to the formation. I just felt too vulnerable on the counter-attacks, and sometimes I conceded some goals. I didn't want to concede with the goal and struggled a little bit at times when I played with the team. So I decided to build a new substitution squad, and it was kind of based on my main starting 11 playing in the 4-2-2 formation. I wanted to have a substitution squad playing in that formation as well, because I think that is starting to become my favorite formation on the game. I tried out a bunch of different formations on this account and on the account when I've been streaming, and it seems like the 4-2-2-2 is the formation I play the best with. So I decided to go out and build a squad in that formation, and it's a bit of a mixture of Premier League and La Liga players, and we do also have a player from League 1 into the side as well here. We get Giovanni Dos Santos and Uche. We get Serrate. I heard a lot of good stuff about him, so I kind of wanted to try him out, and as you can see here, we sold on most of the players from the substitution squad basically. So after that, we did have our squad in the goal. We do have a Ruffier, and we used him before very early on in the series, and he did a decent job. He was quite alright. Then we do have Varane, some very good stats on him. He's quite good defensive stats. He's quite tall as well. And yeah, the same thing kind of applies for Kabul. He's fast, he got good defensive physical stats, and he's tall as well. I think it'll be a pretty solid centre-back combination. On the right back, we got a Rafael, and he was sort of cheap for Premier League right back with those stats, I'd say, at least at this point in time in the game. And then on Saldi, also some pretty good stats all around, kind of similar to Rafael. Then we got Khedira, and he's not the fastest, but he got good defensive and physical stats, and he's tall and good work rates. And the same thing for Song. He got some good stats for the center defensive mid spot. He's sort of fast, good defensive stats, physical stats are all right, and they had two defensive players there on the center defensive mid spot. Now, right center attacking mid, we do have Tarap with the 5-star skills, and maybe we can create something with him. Then we got Uche. I converted him into a center attacking mid. I could have played him on the striker spot and then Giovanni Dos Santos on the center attacking mid, but I kind of like to shoot it in at the near post if my opponent rush out my keeper, and therefore I felt a left-footed player up on the top would be better than a right-footed player. So that's the reasoning for going with Dos Santos as the striker. And yeah, 4-star skills on him and a bit of pace as well. And finally, Serrate, which, as I said, I heard a lot of good stuff about him on Twitter, on Skype, and so on. Like, just talking to people about which kind of cheap strikers they like. He was a name that was mentioned a lot of times, so I wanted to give him a go and see how he played in the game, and we go into another, I believe, Division 6 game it is, and we come up against a Premier League side in a 4-1-2-1-2 formation, and we played 8 minutes. It's a Giovanni Dos Santos on the ball here, and using a few of the sprint touches, breaking into the box, trying out a shot, but it is blocked and easily saved. But then we get on the ball with Tarap. A few skill moves, a through ball to Serrate. He cuts inside here. I do feel the ball will drag back, but I still get in position for the shot, and he will score the first goal for the team to make it 1-0. And he will get on the ball again in the 31st minute, and somehow we pick up a free kick here. And yeah, yes, maybe Fellaini touched Serrate. I'm not too sure, but we got the free kick. And look at that, Serrate scoring his second goal of the game, and what a free kick that is. Over the jumping wall, past the keeper, not really near the post, it's a little bit in the middle of the goal in my opinion. Still too far out of the keeper's reach, and we score a nice little goal there to bring ourselves up at 2-0. But in the 40th minute, a through ball, and Lukaku with a crazy chest touch, accelerating really fast, and he breaks through to make it 2-1, and that was pretty much his only chance in the first half. I kept him away from pretty much everything. The formation felt really good, and that's why I'm starting to like this formation, because like last year, I like to have kind of 5 players defending, 5 players going on the attack. I feel this year I feel more comfortable if I have 6 players defending, which I have in this formation, and then have 4 players attacking, because it seems like you don't need more than 4, maybe only 3 players to attack for you, and you'll have enough to break down your opponent's team, because dribbling and sprint touches and stuff like that can really split any defense apart pretty easy in my opinion. And here we actually go up 4-0. We get a little bit lucky and FifaRalle scores his 4th goal of the game. What a start to the club for FifaRalle. 4 goals in his first match, and he lives up to that name I've heard around when people talked about good strikers. What a match he played. And as you can see here, I was sitting on most of the chances of the game as well, and we have 12 points in the division. So we're sort of closing in on the promotion. No losses yet in the division, which is nice. I went out and picked up a bunch of contracts as well. They were relatively cheap, and I do also think I did sell on Wijnaldum, but I forgot to add in that clip of that. But he sold on as well on our transfer list, and yeah, I used those coins to pick up contracts basically. But anyways, we're going to another division game, and I changed to my other 4-2-2 squad with Rodrigo, and we come up against an extremely pacey Serie A side, and I did actually have a pretty good first half here. I created several chances, and in the end, it is Rodrigo to get the first goal, continuing scoring goals for me to bring me up 1-0, and I had a lot of chances going in this match, trying out shots. But his keeper did also have a pretty good game. At a halftime, I was only leading 1-0, and I was kind of looking for that second goal because he had a lot of fast players, and he knew how to use the sprint touches on the game, and those can be really difficult to defend, and especially when you had so many fast players, and therefore I really wanted to get another goal just to have that 2-goal lead and be sure, like, if he scored a goal, I would still win it. But I didn't get that second goal, and then in the 67th minute, Ibarbo, I could not catch him, and now look at this. It's a penalty. I didn't even use push and pull. I didn't do anything. I don't know. But he got a penalty. He scored. He made a 1-1, and that was just like, I've gotten some weird penalties as well, and they're just a little bit frustrating in the game. I just wish they'll count like last year. But unfortunately, it ends as a draw, a game where I felt I should have won it. But Lopez had a really good game in the net. He saved everything. He had 2 shots on target. I had 8. It remained at a 1-1, unfortunately. But still, it was okay because, well, we're still on 13 points. And if we win one more game, we do have the exact amount of points for the promotion. And another win on top of that will give us the title. So, if we wanted or gotten a draw, it doesn't really matter. If we just win our 2 next game, we win the division on the least amount of games possible, and that is 7, as long as we just keep on winning, basically, as I said. But yeah, we're going to the next game, and we are back playing with the newly built squad, and yeah, not really the best of games, so at least not the first half. I used push and pull here, but I thought Drogba wouldn't go to the ground that easy, but he did. And that was goodbye to Kabul. My opponent, he went up with a 1-man advantage. But luckily, from a corner in the second half, I would get a goal to make it 1-0. But it was pretty tough defending with a 10 men against 11. And he would get the equalizer to make it 1-1. But I didn't want to draw this game because, well, I wanted to win this division on the least amount of games possible. I just wanted to win the next game I played here. And I was able to get a goal towards the end. And who else than FifaRalle to score for me. So a goal from FifaRalle, and yeah, we win the game 2-1 here, sitting at 16 points, and that is going to be where we end off this episode. We need one more win for the title, and maybe we can get that in the next episode. You'll have to wait for that, maybe until tomorrow. I think that's when it'll be out. And anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and that's all. I'll talk to you later.